Hey guys, Mike here. So today I'm here to talk to you about Stuber. In this review I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film and whether or not you guys should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler free. However, if you don't know anything about the film and you want to go in completely blind, then it's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we?
I got this.
Hello, operator? We need help. Someone's trying to murder us.
Hello, operator? We need help. Someone's trying to murder us.
So Stuber stars Kumail Nanjiani as Stu, who is an Uber driver, and Dave Bautista as Vic, who is a police officer. In Stuber, Dave Bautista's character is on a drug bus with his partner, played by Karen Gillan, and after the bus goes completely sideways, the criminal, played by Iko Uwais, is allowed to get away. And now, 6 months on, Vic has got a new lead that's going to reopen the investigation. Unfortunately, though, he's told by his boss that the FBI is now going to take the case, which obviously he doesn't take well. So he decides to pursue the lead all by himself. So ordinarily, he'd be able to do this no problem. The only issue is that he's just recently had corrective laser eye surgery, so he can now pretty much not see anything. And also at the same time, he has to make his daughter's art exhibit. And his daughter pretty much has no faith that he'll make it, so she decides to sort him out in Uber. And that's when Vic meets Stu, his Uber driver. And due to a series of events, Stu is pulled right into Vic's investigation, and now the two of them must track down the criminal. And so we have Stuber. So first of all, Stuber has to be one of the worst names for a movie I've ever heard. It just does nothing, really. I mean, I get where they're coming from with the name, but it just sucks. But enough about the actual title, let's talk about the movie. So obviously, the main reason I went to go see this movie was because of Dave Bautista and Kumail Nanjiani. Two actors who I really like, but I haven't seen a lot of their movies. So putting these two together seems like a match made in heaven. But unfortunately, the lack of chemistry between these two characters is the least of the movie's problems. So first of all, you have Dave Bautista and Karen Gillan together. Great, already sold on that. You could have pretty much just had the movie just be that. Because immediately, these two show off way more chemistry than Bautista and Nanjiani. Which I suppose is actually the point, seeing as they're partners, and Kumail Nanjiani and Dave Bautista have only just met. But still, these two were a lot better together than those two. Now, the film does start off innocently enough, because at the start, it is quite funny. But my suspicions about Stuber started to arise during the first action sequence. The action was horribly done in this scene, and for pretty much the rest of the movie as well. And again, I have the same criticism that I had for Mile 22. You have Iko Uwais in this movie, so it's not a case of that the guy can't do his own stunts, or he's probably not willing to do any, like, insane action scenes. And also, you have Dave Bautista, who was a WWE wrestler. So you've got two people who are no strangers to choreographed fighting. And yet, it's some of the most incomprehensible fighting I've ever seen in a movie. Definitely not the worst I've ever seen, but definitely up there. I mean, even in the scene where they're just pretty much running in a straight line, the camera's shaking about and you can't see anything that's going on. Though saying that, I can definitely put it with bad action in a movie that predominantly claims to be a comedy, if the comedy itself is funny. And unfortunately, that could not be further from the truth. Like I said, at the start, it was quite funny. I was definitely invested. But as the movie progressed, the comedy just started to go completely downhill. To the point where I decided to pretty much put up my humour barrier and just be like, alright, this movie has to genuinely make me laugh to even get any kind of response off me. No sniggers, no sneers, no little giggles or anything. It has to be genuinely funny to get any kind of response out of me. And pretty much past that point, which was about 15 minutes in, the movie only really made me laugh about twice, I think. And also probably some of the other scenes that I did find funny. I don't think the movie was going for a laugh there. Because there's a line where Kumail Nanjiani says to Dave Bautista, all you do is spend all your time avenging. Which is quite funny because Bautista also plays an Avenger. Though obviously he's a Guardian, but you know, they're all Avengers really. And also, a lot of the running gags in this movie got old real quick. Especially the one where Bautista's character is blind. All his character being blind amounts to is him holding things really close to his face and running into stuff. And after the 17th, 18th time that he does that, it just stops being completely funny. Hell, actually, it stopped after the second time, to be honest. And lastly, I was just so completely uninvested in this movie that I've just completely forgotten what the major crime being committed was. Don't know if it was racketeering, don't know if it's drugs, I just can't remember because I just did not care. And it's just such a shame that these actors are just put in a movie that is completely beneath them. Dave Bautista, Kumail Nanjiani, and also Karen Gillan deserved so much better than this movie. Overall, guys, I didn't really enjoy this movie in the slightest. The acting was average, the comedy was pretty much next to none, the action was awful, and the story as a whole was just bland and uninteresting. But now, as for whether or not you guys should go and see it, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm telling you to just avoid this movie, because there's not really much to kind of latch onto. It's not that funny, it's not that exciting, it's just completely boring through and through. Okay guys, that's my review for Stuber. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite buddy cop kidnap movie? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below, and until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!